My name is Michael Rees. I am a sculptor, and I'm interested to develop sort of deep, connective, nonlinear experiences around, the realization of form and digital media. I'm a professor of sculpture and digital media at the William Patterson University. We're here today in the Center for New Art, which is a center that I've developed and have funded reached out for funding. And we have robots and various things like that. But the most important part of it is the connection to artists and to students and to developing and evolving ideas. That is the center and the core of the Center for New Art. In the same way that I try to create connectivity in the academic environment and try to imagine people, or trying to get people to imagine themselves in all kinds of places, I think that's something that's really important to business. And I think that's something that art does. Art fools around with imagining other ways, in often non-linear ways, fools around with just proposing something absurd. It may seem absurd, and then slowly but surely, it moves right into the middle of our lives. We see it happen again and again and again. And I think one of the things we want to do in our culture is make it conscious instead of hidden. Currently, I think it's hidden. The role of the artist, you see it leaking into culture. You can almost track it, but you never see any acknowledgement of it. Like, this is what we're doing, this is how it happened, etc. So, yeah, I think everybody's got to talk to everybody. We've got to land in the world together. The thing is that we all come from extremely diverse places, and so much so sometimes that there's no crossing over, right? I'm saying blue, you're hearing red, I'm saying, that kind of thing. And so one of the best things that we can do is get together in the same place and the same time, literally physically, although, sometimes we have to use digital media or something like that, literally physically, and experience the same thing together, something outside of ourselves together. And then to begin to evolve values and conversations out of that experience. That is it's so important to do that, because once again, if we don't do that, then I'm in my silo, you're in your silo, we're talking at each other, we're not integrating, we're not mixing, we're not allowing the chemistry to take place. Businesses have to say, have to acknowledge that there's a culture here and that culture can be useful to them. I invite them to think of it as a resource and to think that, that we can do things and they can observe things here that they're ephemeral. Let's face it, it evaporates, but occasionally something shows up, something that's really useful and really valuable for people. I definitely feel that as the hierarchy of the culture that, the business culture, the corporate culture, whatever, is disintegrating or devolving and evolving simultaneously, that that more and more people are being forced to behave like artists. They're being forced to look around them, see what resources they have, imagine different kinds of things that they can utilize, and imagine where that could go, who they could connect with, all that. We gotta kind of acknowledge that there's a super demanding, realistic situation that people are trying to address. And yet at the same time, business is life. It's part of life. And why wouldn't art be present in business somehow? Why wouldn't we kind of create a birth for something to happen, some possibility of imagination, etc.?